Namaste, Hamesha Krishna Vidya. I am JVN Dr. Anamika Agarwal, Associate Professor in the Department of Science and Technology at Jayavati Vidyapeeth, Women's University, Jaipur. Today I am going to take the lecture on the topic Efficient Processing of OLAP Queries. So let's start from the very beginning. I have already discussed about OLAP, means Online Analytical Processing. Okay, and this is a method which allows analyzing multidimensional data through queries, and this is a business intelligence tool which is useful for data analysis, reporting, forecasting and planning. So the data can be analyzed from the different points of view, like the company sells cosmetics and wants to analyze cream in different categories, like the quantity of sold items in September, compare the number of sold creams in Paris and London in September, compare the number of sold items in Paris in October and September. But the thing is, how does it work? So this kind of analysis performed as follows. Like, first of all, you have to collect the data from multiple sources. After collection of data, the data is stored in a warehouse. Okay. Then after, the data is stored and organized in different data cubes and categorized by their dimensions. Now come to the brief history of OLAP. This firstly appeared in 1993, and it was invented by the father of the relational database, Edgar F. Codd, in his article providing OLAP, that is Online Analytical Processing, or to user analysts. So an IT mandate, but the idea processing multidimensional data dates back to 1962, when Ken Version published in his book a programming language, APL. So this language was used in many business applications that are functionally similar to modern OLAP systems. Okay, so now come to the features. What are the key features of OLAP? First is the data view in multidimensional manner. Second, complex calculation support. Third is time intelligence, that easy to use interface. Okay, now come to the types of OLAP. There are basically three main types actually. Otherwise, you can say it can be categorized into 9 different OLAP types. Okay, and the main types are the ROLAP, MOLAP, and HOLAP. Okay, so first of all, let's discuss about the ROLAP. ROLAP is a relational OLAP, and these are the systems that have different access to existing relational database or use data uploaded to their own local tables. So ROLAP works in the following way. Like, the system sends the query to a relational database, the required data turns back. The key benefits in this system is that the questions number is not limited, as there are no boundaries generated by the cube content. It is also possible to drill down in detail to the database lowest level. Okay, so this is also relational DBMS provide security and administration. Okay, so this multi-dimensional OLAP architecture includes MOLAP server, database server, front-end tools. Okay, then come to the HOLAP. HOLAP is the hybrid OLAP. Okay, and it is a combination of ROLAP and MOLAP. So there are some OLAP types like web OLAP, special OLAP, desktop OLAP, or mobile OLAP. If we are talking about the web OLAP, means it is a three-tier architecture which includes client, multiware and database servers. These are accessed through web browsers. And special OLAP means combines possibilities of standard OLAP and geographic information system in one UI. So another is the desktop OLAP. This provides opportunity to work with data sets on user's desktop. To do that is just necessary to download data from the source. Another is the mobile OLAP. Means this is related to the wireless network or mobile devices. Mobile OLAP means implementation allows you to work with OLAP data and applications remotely via mobile devices. So finally, it's time to take a closer look at OLAP system advantages. Now come to the reasons of usage. The first is the fast and efficient analysis operations in real time. Second is a forecasting with what if action. Third is the flexible self-service, and then the single platform for all data operations, multidimensional data representations. Okay, so these all are the reasons of usage of this OLAP. Okay, now come to the structure of OLAP. So for better understanding of OLAP system, it is also important to mention its structure. So let's discuss this. In this structure, first of all, a cube is there. In this data structure of OLAP system, it combines indicators by levels and hierarchies for each dimensions that needs to be analyzed, right? And the another is the this one member. In this member, a hierarchy element, okay, means a hierarchy element which represent one or more data instances, and there are two categories of members: unique, a single member without repetition. Another is, for example, if we compare cars sold in 2008, each month will be unique member as it can occur only once in the year. So not unique, a member which can repeat. Like if we compare cars sold in the period from 2017 to 2018, each month can be considered as not unique member. Now come to the measures. Measure means it is the basic value in the data cube that are pre-processed, grouped and analyzed. Then calculated member means a dimension element. Its value is calculated at runtime with the help of expression. The calculated values of the component can be derived from the values of other elements. A set of one or more organized hierarchies of levels in a cube, it is understandable to the user and used as a basis for data analysis. Now come to the hierarchy. This is the logical tree structure which organizes dimension elements in a parental way. Now come to the level means the way of data organization inside hierarchy at lower and higher detail levels. Now OLAP versus OLTP queries. In this, as the above mentioned systems are often contradicted, it is logical that OLAP and OLTP queries are the subjects and comparisons as well. There are the core differences between them. The characteristics of OLAP queries are process huge data amounts, support decision making processes, discover patterns and trends in the data. Then characteristic of OLAP queries, like it is more fast, process small amounts, they are simple queries. Okay, then the OLAP language means OLAP queries and MDX. The queries in this it includes the following components like select, where, with, from. In the select, of course, like in Oracle, the principal MDX statement select points out the dimension members that will be parts of access, and where means identifies the dimension of member that are used as slicer dimensions. With means it calculates the set string during select and where clauses processing. From means determine the source of multidimensional data to which our query is addressed to. Then the relevant questions now is how to write OLAP queries. So first of all, there are two types of them: simple and complex queries. Simple queries are like it contains only two MDX clauses and answers a simple question like select, measure, unit sales on customers from which table, from sales table, right? or in complex query it is all kind of MDX clauses and answers complex questions like select measure one sales, measure store sales on columns, time means 1997, 1998, on rows from sales where stores USCA. So this is a complicated query, right? And now the custom query mode, basically the tools has two basic modes. Okay, first is the customer query mode and the second is the design mode. In the custom query mode, this OLAP query manager suits perfectly for non-technical users. MDX queries is generated by the system automatically and IT support is not required. Now design mode means convenient for developers. The user creates creates a query manually. The benefit is you can post a query of any complexity and it will be based on your preferences. Now this is all about today's session, and this session is powered by digital version 2.0 Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University Jaipur. Hope you are satisfied with my digital session. If you have any query, please mention in comment box. I will resolve it. Thank you.